Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Monday, March 25th, 2013. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I'm Nick Duvall. In today's headlines, highlights from Tarleton's Jazz Festival, Tarleton Spring Student Art Exhibit opens, 3 suspects arrested in connection with recent Stephenville robberies, vial containing a dangerous virus missing from a Galveston research facility, wind power turbines' effects may be overestimated, riot in Paris a result of a bill passed last month, Texan wins shot put and reaches the NCAA provisional mark, as well as today's weather from theweatherchannel.com. Now today's top story in campus news. The 51st annual Tarleton Jazz Festival was held on Saturday. Many junior and high school jazz band students were at the Clyde H. Wells Center throughout the day on Saturday. The groups worked closely with jazz music educators and had the opportunity to hear renowned jazz artist Jeff Collins. The junior high and high school band performed and were able to receive feedback to add to their performances. The highlighted guest artist this year was Jeff Collins, saxophone player for the Dave Matthews Band. Collins had been awarded 3 Grammy Awards and is a member of Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. The Tarleton Jazz Ensemble was also featured in the closing concerts on Saturday, led by Greg Ball, director of the Jazz Ensemble at Tarleton. Greg Ball explained more about this year's fest to Becca Burnett.
Could you just give us a little information about this year's Jazz Festival?
Sure. Every year we invite high school and junior high, middle school bands to the campus to play. They perform for a panel of clinicians who write critiques of them and score them, and then after they perform, the clinicians go up on stage and work with each band for a few minutes. And so they get a clinic then, and then we have a guest artist every year that comes in. So these are some of my past guest artists. This year our guest artist is Jeff Coffin, who plays saxophone with the Dave Matthews Band. And so Jeff is going to do a clinic this afternoon about 4:30 for all the participants, and then he plays with our jazz band tonight at 7:30. So.
That's definitely an honor to have him here.
In other campus news, the annual Student Art Exhibit will begin this Wednesday and run through May 3rd in the gallery of the Clyde H. Wells Fine Arts Center. The art exhibit is held at the end of every semester and allows students to turn in their work to be displayed. The exhibit accepts submissions from traditional and digital media. The exhibit is a complete student exhibit, with the students even hanging the art themselves. Chris Ireland, an art professor at Tarleton, said, "The exhibit gives students an opportunity to display their work, and all students are allowed to submit, regardless of major or classification." The art department has recently also added a second show that is specifically for senior art students that will begin April 15th. The Sprint Student Art Exhibit is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and admission is free. In regional news, according to the Stephenville Empire-Tribune, 3 suspects were arrested by Stephenville police in connection with 4 Stephenville robberies that occurred last week. The arrests were a result of Crime Stoppers' tip. The 3 suspects include Kendall Woods, 21, Davion Thompson, 19, and Brittany Pinson, 19. Pinson is listed on her Facebook as a biomedical science student at Tarleton State University. All 3 suspects' Facebook pages state they went to Kaufman High School. The armed robberies occurred at Lily's Food Store Sunday, March 17th, Advance America Cash Monday, as well as Taylor's Mart on Washington and Harbin, and Dollar General Wednesday. At least one of the suspects was arrested while getting gas at Lily's Food Mart, where one of the robberies occurred. The suspects are all currently being held at Erath County Jail. Woods and Thompson are each being held on a $400,000 bond and Pinson on a $100,000 bond. In other regional news, a large grass fire was reported off of 1700 Edna Hill Road in Edna Hill last night. Edna Hill is 9 miles south of Dublin. Dublin Volunteer Fire Department responded. More information will be released when available. And now today's Texas, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, in Galveston, a vial containing a virus that can cause hemorrhagic fever has gone missing from a research facility. Hemorrhagic fever can infect animals or humans and can cause high fever, bleeding issues, or even death. On Saturday, the University of Texas Medical Branch said there was no break in the security of its Galveston National Laboratory and no indication of misconduct. It is suspected that the vial containing the guanarito virus was destroyed during the lab's cleaning process, but the investigation continues. A medical branch spokesperson says that the virus, native to Venezuela, is transmitted only through contact with Venezuelan rats. The virus is not supposed to survive in U.S. rodents or be transmitted person to person. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention was immediately informed after the vial was revealed to be missing Wednesday. In national news, wind power may, under certain conditions, produce less energy than people believe. Two U.S. researchers, David Keith and Amanda S. Adams, say they have found evidence that some of the largest wind farms may cause effects that considerably reduce their generating capacity. The researchers state that a turbine's blades can slow down the air behind them. The more turbines there are, the slower the wind turns each of the blades. Research that was published in the Environmental Research Letter Journal says that the generating capacity of large-scale wind farms has been overestimated. As wind farms grow larger, the regional scale wind patterns matter more. This means wind turbines may not achieve as much wind power as scientists had thought. In addition to the debate over wind's reliability and inconsistency, new research also claims that turbines are environmentally more damaging to birds and landscapes than once thought. In international news, Paris riot police fought back crowds Sunday who pushed their way onto Paris's landmark Champs-Élysées Avenue. The huge protest was directed at a draft legislation allowing same-sex couples to marry and adopt children. Hundreds of thousands of people converged on the Capitol Sunday in a last-ditch bid to stop the bill. Many bussed in from the French provinces. The lower house of France's parliament approved the Marriage for Everyone bill last month with a large majority, and it's facing a vote in Senate next month. Police officers wrangled with youth and then fired tear gas to force them back. An official with the Paris police headquarters said 2 people were arrested and no injuries were reported. Polls indicate a shrinking majority of French voters back gay marriage. Polls also show that French voters are even less supportive of adoption by same-sex couples. In sports, according to TarletonSports.com, McMurray University opened its 2013 home track and field season with throwing events Friday. The Texan hurlers, led by Danielle Dillard, who hit the provisional qualifying mark in the shot put, placed Tarleton in second place in total points. Dillard, a junior from Lorraine, highlighted the afternoon by winning shot put with a throw of 13.78 meters to top the NCAA provisional mark of 13.41 meters. She joins men's athlete Jeff Smith as the only Tarleton athletes to hit the provisional mark this season. Texan softball took 2 out of 3 games this weekend in Abilene against ACU. The Texans won the first 2 games by a combined score of 10-5 before dropping the third game in a doubleheader Saturday 7-1. Catch the Texans in action again March 29th here in Stephenville as they take on Cameron. The Texans are 17-13 overall, 5-4 in conference play, and 10-1 at home. Texan baseball continues to add to their win column, defeating the Buffs in Canyon, Texas this weekend, winning 3 out of 4 games. The Texans will be on the road again as they travel to Kingsville for a 4-game series starting March 28th against Texas A&M Kingsville. The Texans are 18-8-1 on the season, 7-1 in conference play, and 8-0 at home. And in weather, according to theweatherchannel.com, today's forecast calls for a high of 53 degrees and a low of 28 degrees. There will be mainly sunny skies with a 10% chance of precipitation. Today's broadcast was produced by Ian Traub, Lance McFarland, Becca Burnett, and Julie Gutierrez. You can follow Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter. Also, check us out on www.texannews.net. I'm Nick Duvall. Tune in tomorrow for the latest from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.